When you're building AI app, it can be extremely useful to have a simple way to compare different models, different output, and different pricing. And it can be really challenging to find out how to do that online. But I found a way, and I want to share that with you in this video. So before, when I wanted to find out what was the best AI model I should use, let's say if I was using like OpenAI, and I wanted to know which one has the best pricing, the tool that I will use was this tool called GPT for Work. And I will go over here and essentially have an idea of what will be the calculation for tokens, for words, and for character. And what you can do here is that it shows you the price for 1 million token, which give you a clear idea of like which one is cheaper versus which one is more expensive, right? And oftentimes we probably have noticed that out there too. I found out that GPT-4 Mini was among one of the cheapest. But sometimes some of those tools don't have all of the different models, or they might not have the most up-to-date data. But how can you tell? And so when I will look at a page, sometimes I will need to, for example, to go check the pricing. Then I will have to jump around, go to the website, find the pricing. Then I will have to input those models in my code and test the output of those models individually. But what if there was a better way? And that's what I'm going to show you in this video. Because what if you could just compare all those models simultaneously in the same window and just navigate between them and essentially just check not only the output that those models provide, but also compare pricing. And this is where these new tools by Versal comes into place. And in this tool, you'll see that you can literally compare model. And if you haven't yet, I've made a video about AI SDK, and I might be available on my channel right now. So maybe just check this link over here or check the links in the description if you want to watch the full detailed video about Versal AI SDK, which is a pretty exciting tool. So how to use this tool? So it's pretty epic actually, because you can come over here and you can select the model that you want to use. So just by hovering over here, you already see, information such as context, the amount of context the model have, the input pricings, the output, and the uptime. So let's say, for example, if I wanted to compare the different GPT model, I can see here how much it will cost me per million token. I can compare them right away and see the difference. I can see what's the context window for those tokens. You can see here that GPT-4 has a pretty small context window. And in comparison, I can come over here and look at the context window for GPT-4 or Mini, which is 128,000 token. I can also see at a glance the input price. So let's say I wanted to compare GPT-4 or Mini versus Cloud or Claude, depending how you want to call it. So you can just select them like this, and you can just literally just write the prompt, and you can see how if I ask a question, what's the capital of Japan, which is Tokyo, it will input that on both at the same time. And you can just switch it by just changing this little toggle right here, and it won't sync it anymore when I'm typing. So this is how you use it. And you'll notice that there are pro model and there are free model. So what's the difference? So pro model, you will need to have a pro subscription reversal in order to use it, but the free models are actually free, so you can use it without a paid subscription. So for example, if I wanted to compare these two models here, and by the way, I can add as many windows as necessary, so I can compare those three models, and I can say what's the capital of Japan, and see how each of those models will actually respond, and I can compare the different answers. So this is the tool that I use when I want to compare model, and also when I want to see different configuration effects between similar models. So let's delete this. If I want to compare GPT 3.5, we're gonna compare the output of GPT 4 Mini. Where's GPT 4 Mini over here, and this one. And if I wanted to compare the different settings, if I had a temperature of 30 versus a temperature of 70, I can see what the model would do if I ask it, for example, what's the best way to make a fish? I can see the difference and see how they will respond based on those different parameters. So let's see now. So right now we got a very similar answer, but what if I wanted to go more extreme and increase this or lower this? See, this one control the randomness of the return text. So lower is less random. And I can say how to make a fish, and I can compare them. Look at this. Now I'm getting some weird characters over here because I went all the way extreme, right? The answer is a lot more random than what you will expect, and then you can see it visually. So I guess when people were saying that they were saying Chinese in their prompt, it's because they were going a bit extreme with this configuration over here, the temperature. So yeah, so you can not only compare model, but you can also compare the preferences of those model. And you can copy this code that you have directly here and integrate that into your application right away on the server side or by using this one here on the page side. And it has those set up for Next.js, for Svelte kit, and for Node.js. So you have all of that pre-set up for you, and you can just copy that and add it to your code. So if this is extremely helpful if you are using multiple model and you wanted to add support for, let's say, Grok, and you wanted to add support for ChatGPT for Omini. And right here, you quickly have an easy integration on how to add that into your code just by using this code over here. And you can add that into your code right away. And you're doing that by using their SDK. So that's the SDK of Versal, which is a really, really good SDK. And then, like I said, I've made a video where I cover this SDK more in depth. So if you want to learn more about it, I would suggest you go and watch the video and learn how to use it. But yeah, this is what I wanted to cover. This is how I compare different model. I think this is an incredible tool, and I'm sure you guys are gonna see like how useful this is, and then I hope it's gonna be helpful for you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you want to watch more video like this one, please make sure to hit subscribe, and I'll create more content. You'll see more content coming here more often. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.